I'm Jason, Senior Director of Product Marketing at DDN.
Priya Joseph, Field CTO, AI Field CTO.
And so we've had a long-term relationship with Vultr, and it all started because DDN, if you didn't know, has been a company that's been around for actually 29 years. We started out in HPC, in storage, and we've been evolving since this AI revolution has started happening into the AI space. And so we've been long known for building very, very fast parallel file system software that runs on NVIDIA hardware, anything ranging from all the way back to old school chips all the way up to now the latest Blackwell chips, and running in those DGX base pods and super pods as well. And what we're doing now is developing more software to help with some of the new challenges we're seeing in the AI space. And part of all that is that we've been powering, some of the bigger financials, the bigger automotives. We power, actually this number is now 700,000. I just got the updated number from our president of sales yesterday, but the slides were already baked, so it's all right. But yeah, so, we're continuing to grow and continuing to grow very quickly. We have a very, very close relationship with NVIDIA. We've been partners for over 9 years. Our engineering teams work together to ensure that when things like Spectrum X for storage come out, the Blackwell chipsets, these newer chipsets that will be coming out, we've been doing testing and validation with them for months so that when those things come out to the market, our platform, our software supports them. So when you're going to buy any new DGX superpods or base pods or whatever it may be, super micro appliances, whatever it may be, you're ready to go to get the latest and greatest innovations from both DDN and NVIDIA. And, just further validation, we're not only powering the enterprise, but also cloud providers. So I'm not sure if you've heard of these NCPs or these AI cloud providers that are new to the market, but they're essentially GPU as a service vendors, similar to Vultr, right? Where they're providing cloud resources to run AI applications. So you can essentially go rent out, space, GPUs, compute. And what's happening is that in the back end, the data platform is DDN. And why is that important? Well, it's important because, a data platform is more than just dumb storage nowadays, right? It's not just about speeds and feeds, but it's about having intelligent software that can help you, speed up the movement of data within the stack, right? So talking about your networking, we're talking about the ability to saturate the GPUs faster, we're talking about faster checkpointing so that your GPUs are installed. But then above the stack as well, the application layer, we have integrations with NIMS and NeMo and CUDA, all the NVIDIA AI Enterprise. We have integrations with TensorFlow and PyTorch and Trino and Spark, right? So that you're able to bring the data closer to the application and then bring that closer to the compute. Because what most people think nowadays, especially enterprises, they say, I need to do AI, but they don't really know where to start. They know they need NVIDIA GPUs or something like that. And so therefore, what gets overlooked is that data aspect of it. And if you're relying on traditional enterprise storage, what quickly happens is you find bottlenecks where your GPUs are not saturated anymore, not running, you're wasting millions of dollars, your AI applications are slow, and therefore it's a big issue. So the data platform is really critical, and that's why we're seeing, if you saw Jensen's keynote yesterday where he highlighted DDN, Dell, HPE, and others that they're actually providing these certified data platform providers because we've proven over the years with them that we can help accelerate your AI applications, get you faster business outcomes, and make sure those GPUs are saturated. And there's Jensen right there. He came by our booth yesterday. It was awesome. He's a good friend of ours. And, we've just been working very closely with NVIDIA, like I said, for a very long time. So what is a data intelligence platform look like? Well, traditionally, DDN has been known for our exascaler software. It's a parallel file system based off of Lustre. It's been around for dozens of years, powering a lot of those cloud providers I mentioned, powering a lot of those enterprises that I mentioned as well. Super fast, fastest in the market. We're talking 70 million IOPS per rack. We're talking, over 2 gigs a terabyte per second on throughput, low latency, et cetera, all the speeds and feeds, all the goodness. What's new to DDN is Infinia. So Infinia is a software-defined platform that is cloud native with native multi-tenancy that we just announced. We officially went GA in February, so we had a Beyond Artificial event. I don't know if you saw it or not, where we had Jensen and Charles from Supermicro and others shooting videos for us and talking about this new platform that's really designed for edge-to-edge AI, for end-to-end AI, right? So what we see is that EXA is great for model training, which again, speeds and feeds, performance, parallel file system. But what about inference? What about RAG? What about data analytics? And what's important for that is where Infinia comes into play. So Infinia has been designed for these emerging AI use cases, these emerging things like inference and RAG, eventually agentic AI. But as we're seeing these new use cases pop up, we're finding that the old model, while working for certain capabilities, the new stuff needs new technology. It needs a KVS store. It needs the B tree in the back end. It needs, native multi-tenancy and all these things that are new requirements that are popping up because of this AI revolution. And so with DDN, we talk about, a lot of different things, but it's really about being safe, right? We have to ensure this is enterprise class, enterprise ready platform. We have to ensure that it is fast, and it is. When you see all the numbers, I'm not going to read all of them. We have to ensure that it's efficient, because when it comes down to it, when you're talking about business outcomes for AI, your return on investment, your TCO, is still important. And so if you have a data platform that is able to help you either perhaps maybe have you, instead of making $2 per GPU if you're a cloud provider, but help you make $3 per GPU as a cloud provider, that's fantastic. But on the back end, if you're an enterprise, we can reduce the data center space. We can reduce the power and cooling that are required to power these, your AI factory. That helps too. So from the top as well as the bottom, DDN has some capabilities there, depending what your goals are, to help you reduce your ROI, maximize your reduce your TCO, maximize your ROI. And then, of course, scalability, right? You need to be able to start small and grow large, right? What we're finding out today is that some of these data platform providers are starting small, but then they get to a point and then things start to stall out because they can't scale. And so what we've done at DDN is really worked on that. For example, at XAI, we're powering Colossus, which runs Grok 3. There's 100,000 GPUs in that cluster. Soon to be 200,000 GPUs in that cluster. It's humongous. And so they've chosen DDN as the data platform to help power that entire system, because we've proven at small scale and at large scale that we can help them with all of these various things there and help them be more efficient with their AI initiative. And obviously Grok 3 is a very important and very big AI initiative. So with that, I'm going to pass it on to Priya.
Sure. So we are all quite familiar with this end-to-end AI data workflow, right? So right from data collection to prep to moving to training to inference, right? So basically the way it works together, Infinia and Exa come together, so you don't have to keep, refreshing your checkpoints. You're reducing the number of checkpoints, so you're getting more efficiency. So anything, that you're trying to prep, right? So we understand vector and we understand all other data types, including time series. So it's basically a KV cache that we have internally, which is able to understand all of it. And the other optimization that we have is the beta epsilon tree. So you get performance boosts not just in inference time, training time, even in your LoRa adapters that you may be doing when you're fine tuning. So this is a view of how the whole system works. We work with all the tools that you come with, right? Be it Trino, be it Spark workloads, be it Ray workloads, right? And with all multi-protocols, right? So whether it is CSI, whether it is S3, right? Whatever adapters that you need, we provide you with that. And again, with the QoS, right? So the takeaway from this talk is really threefold, right? One, you have this massively parallel file system. The second is the KV cache, and the third is the beta epsilon tree. So when you add all of those things together, you get a lot more optimization. And then here you can see how we show that when you compare with AWS, we are actually 100x faster. And this is, we are all familiar with the RAG pipeline, and so here you can see where DDN plugs in. This is very native to the NIM ecosystem and the NEMO framework. So, we play in each of these places, and you will see where we tie very tightly with Vultr as well. In terms of the embedder, we can work with the Vultr embedder, and you will see that later. Same with the vector search. We can work with any vector search you have, plus, Vultr's vector search as well. And then so here, we are kind of highlighting how we are tightly integrated with Vultr in both training and inferencing and in terms of just vanilla analytics. So basically, you can think of us as people who are in the optimization business, both in throughput and in latency. And so here, this is a reference architecture where you can see where we integrate very tightly with Vultr. So there is the Kafka piece, right, for the queuing needs that you might have, and there is the embeddings piece, which we are all using, plus the vector DB. And then again, you can see the vector DB there, right? I mean, running through, and the container registry, right, for your K8s or whatever way you're managing your containers, right? So we are cloud native, and we are container native as well. With that, thank you. Come to our booth.